Forget what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. And when your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
Can you do this?
No, I can't. Sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I would
especially on radio, probably.
Put your pants back up, Nate.
Why?
Oh, Lord. Really, it's going to be that kind of show?
I think so.
I think we got a good show. We're going to talk a little bit about Obama and marijuana and money for illegals. We're going to talk about some state reps making lewd offers. Cops fight porn with porn. That's a good one. Firefighting, what to do and what not to do. Swatting. It's not what you think. And
got it.
More stuff.
Like I swatted a.
I got it.
Swatted a fly.
It was a fly. What? Welcome to At Odds. I'm Brian. And okay, apparently that's Silent Nate. Today's Thursday, July 10th. It's 2012. We're in the back room of the Dog Days of Summer Bar and Studio. In what country, Nate? Tajikistan. Tajikistan. It was really hard getting a visa to Tajikistan.
Mostly because we couldn't spell it or pronounce it.
Or point to it on a map.
Yeah, no, I'm going to guess Africa.
You could. It could be the Middle East. It could be in,
it could be any of them.
It could be in North Dakota for all I know.
It ends with Istan. It probably borders South Dakota.
Yeah, it's right on the Canadian border.
Yeah, with South Dakota. That's my guess.
Really?
I really don't. I'll look it up. Fine.
No, you can't look it up because you just made it up.
No, I didn't. It's
not a real country.
It is near Kyrgyzstan, China. It borders China.
It does not.
It does, and Afghanistan is fairly large. Look at.
There's no.
That's it. It's the big orange one right there. It's between China, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan. It's north of Pakistan, but apparently Pakistan doesn't border it because Afghanistan got its little fingers in the way there.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, so it's real. That was a lucky guess.
Well, it has to be real. We're here.
That's right.
Really hot. It's hot here. I know that.
It is.
I'm sweating.
Yeah. All right.
That's why I have my pants off. I was going to say lots of stuff happening. Really not. It's a little slow. I mean, there's certain
it's not
things going on, and you know,
it isn't
there's
slow.
Israel. There's investigating our commander-in-chief. There's immigration. I mean, there are some things going on.
No, it's not slow, and there's still a lot of really, really big, important things going on. Just nothing happened today.
Well, it's not August, and it's not my birthday yet. That's a really big, important thing.
Yeah. Thanks for being that guy that reminds me every day.
Are you going to get me something?
No.
Why not?
No. What day is it? Is it, I'm not actual day?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Tuesday?
Oh, I don't know what day it is.
I'll let you come over the week of your birthday.
It's a Sunday, I think.
Yeah, I'll let you come over the week of your birthday. And
day of rest.
And we'll do a show. And we'll sing happy birthday to you, but we'll change the words and the tune.
Goody. Just as long as you love me.
All right, let's get into something. I'm bored.
Are you bored already?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We've lost all 6 of our viewers. We have 1 left. Or listeners, I should say. Now, I know that Obama used to smoke a little weed in his younger days, right?
Used to, right? He doesn't anymore.
I'm sure he
doesn't
doesn't toke up at all.
Have you seen him with a cigarette lately? Because that stopped, huh?
What?
Because he smokes. He smokes cigarettes.
He hides it pretty well.
Yeah.
He tries to hide it.
He didn't used to.
No, he did.
I think Michelle said he had to.
He had to quit.
Yeah, well, no.
And then,
of course,
he was obnoxious. And then
the thing is, she's just better at hiding it than he is.
Yeah, she smokes too.
She's better at hiding the cheeseburgers. Well, maybe, yeah, he might be better at that. But she hides the act of eating cheeseburgers better than he does. That's for sure. But
hey, you four Secret Service guys stand next to each other, and then she.
I think the cigarettes and the pot keep him skinny.
You would think that the president of the United States, a world leader of such renown, would have some of the best pot in the world.
I'm sure he does.
You can't beat his pot. Well, anyways, Washington State now has legalized recreational marijuana. They had medical marijuana.
Yes,
I think it was Washington State, right? It was Colorado, and then
I don't know where he was.
I think it was
really
Washington State.
It might have been.
And he was
campaigning. He was out campaigning, raising money.
First, third term, and
which I don't know why he needs to.
I don't know either. He just declare it. So, anyways, there's a soundbite. Apparently, one of the guys in the bar, he was going through a bar, shaking hands and stuff, and
yeah, here it is.
Okay, it's hard to hear it.
There we go, Brown. You want to head in?
You want to hit this?
You want to head in?
So, recreational marijuana is legal there. So they're smoking
I
legally.
I didn't hear a no.
According to state law. No, you didn't. Of
I
course
didn't
you didn't
hear
hear a
no.
no. You know what else you didn't hear is that, well, I'm actually in charge of the branch of the federal government that's charged with enforcing federal laws.
I was going to get to that.
And it turns out that possessing and smoking marijuana is illegal
Under
according
federal
to
law.
federal law.
Yeah.
And I'm in charge of enforcing federal law. And I have a whole team of people here that could arrest you.
That's I thought he was in the executive branch. The people that enforce the laws are what?
Oh, no, you're right. Nobody enforces them.
No.
I forgot he's in the branch that makes the laws.
No,
with his pen and his phone.
That's the legislative branch.
No, and the judicial branch and the executive branch. Don't tell me they don't all do it. Don't tell me that. How many executive orders? We have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of illegals coming across the border because he decided to make law from his chair in the executive branch with his pen and his phone.
When did that happen?
It has never happened.
Thousands? I thought it was tens
But no,
of
you're right.
thousands.
Basically, what I think he whispered to the guy is,
See me later.
like any good rock star, hey,
Meet me out back.
yeah, meet me at Air Force One,
Or
meet me at my plane.
No, it's behind the dumpster.
Yeah, probably.
The big dumpster, not the little dumpster.
Did you inhale? Well, that was the point.
Speaking of Washington, this went into effect, this week or in the last week or so. It's now legal. And I guess there was a guy, and of course all the news cameras were out, right? And they're all in these dispensaries and these stores which sell it. And so there's this guy in his tie-dyed shirt and everything, and he's buying a bag of pot.
Yeah, good for him.
He's lighting up and smoking it on camera. Yay! Woo!
Good for him.
And then his boss looked at it.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's the weird thing?
Yeah.
And this is actually the point of wanting actual liberty in this country. But when you have more freedom, when there are less restrictions on you, the responsibility doesn't go away.
Right.
In fact, at some level, there's more responsibility put on you than if there's a law making your actions illegal.
And just because it's legal doesn't mean that your boss has to put up with it.
Right. Yeah. So
and he worked for a security company.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah, well, I think so too. Yeah, pot will do that to you.
Yeah, and when he fills out the application for the next place that says, "Have you smoked drugs in the last 6 months?"
Actually, he apparently
got a job at a head shop. Yeah,
he opened up his own place.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, he actually has gone online since he got fired, or he thinks he got fired. He's like, I'm still here, guys. Hire me, and he put in a bunch of applications online for jobs and stuff. So somebody will hire him.
What a moron!
Like
somebody
you said,
will,
at
but
the head shop.
Yeah, right. Probably not a security job
for $15 an hour.
You think so?
I don't know.
You think so? Yeah,
sure.
I don't know.
Why not? He'd be worth it. He sounds like he's got a good head on his shoulders.
at the head shop.
Yeah, wherever.
Okay, yeah. All right, I got you. I don't know if they pay that much. I don't know. I'll have to check into that.
I thought we were paying everybody $15 an hour.
Not yet. I mean, we should be. We should be. Come on, we're all human beings, right?
We deserve that. We can't live on less than that.
You can't work part-time at McDonald's and support a family of 4. It's not fair.
Why are you going to high school?
It's not. It's not fair.
No, it's not.
15 seems like a good round number.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, is it? I mean, where did they come up with that?
Well,
I mean, why not make it 20? Why not make it 14,
$1 million?
14.50?
Why not $1 million?
I don't know.
I mean, the guy that owns McDonald's, Ronald, he can afford $1 million.
I heard he's a clown.
He is. He can afford $1 million.
I don't see why not.
So why not?
But by the way, you know how much the national Ronald McDonald clown makes a year?
$15 an hour.
No, he makes about $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know how much the local Ronald McDonald makes in, like, big cities and does stuff?
$15.
About $40,000.
Just that's it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
That's really
it's a
good.
part-time gig.
That's ridiculous.
Yep,
that's a lot of money. I went into the wrong profession. Well, I was going to say that
you're clownish.
If they did make the wage $15 an hour at McDonald's, it might kind of clear the way for some other people that have college degrees to come up with innovative solutions to replace those people. So it could be a good thing. It could make the country more innovative.
I'm going to say this, and this is going to make you you're going to love me for this comment, but there are some teachers, public school teachers in this country that don't make $15 an hour.
Right. Why do you think, Brian, that we have people that can only get a job at McDonald's and are demanding a raise?
Because they were taught by those teachers?
Yes, but not because those teachers weren't paid enough.
Oh.
But yeah. No, I mean, sure, it's a systemic problem. Everybody should be paid a fair living wage.
I don't know if
even if you don't work.
I don't know if that's true.
I think so. It worked for the Pilgrims.
How?
Well, everybody got land, and then nobody owned anything.
Yeah, when they first
at all.
Got there, yeah.
And everyone was just going to live. It was a community.
A community, yeah.
And they starved.
Yeah, they did.
They actually starved. People died
because people weren't doing anything to produce.
Why
stuff.
would you?
Right.
It was weird, but
and it seems that when they changed it,
yeah, Mr. Bradford changed it around and said, "Well, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to assign a piece of land to each person, and you're going to be. You can do anything you want with that land, but you're not going to be given everything either,
including
growing marijuana,
which
if that's what will help keep people alive, and it did. It probably became some sort of a currency."
Well, I don't know, but
and they flourished.
As you're starving to death, it makes it a little easier.
And then you know what they did? They had a big feast.
Oh, geez, okay. That, okay.
Well, it's true.
Who did they invite?
It's true. Turkey Tom.
Everybody.
They invited Turkey Tom. He was delicious.
Venny.
He was the centerpiece. Venny.
They also had oysters, I heard.
No, but anyway, yeah, I wasn't trying to get into the story of
Thanksgiving.
How Thanksgiving actually happened, but
let's save that for November.
The point of when you think everybody just deserves to live without having to work for it, that's the kind of thing. It kills. People die when you have that sort of a system.
Yeah, wages are supposed to be an incentive.
How the heck did we get off on that?
I don't know.
It's not on our sheet at all.
No, that's fine.
Way to go. It must have been the pop brownies.
When I said that they could grow marijuana, that was the segue cue to get back to our next.
Oh, they grew marijuana and they made pop brownies.
Yeah, I don't know if they made pop brownies. I wonder if they had a brownie. I wonder if they had.
It was the horse's name.
Good old brownie. Tasted delicious.
Yeah, it was where the idea came from. You cut off a rectangle and ooh, it'd be good with peanuts on top.
Nothing like a good piece of horse flesh. Anyways,
it's horrible.
Oh boy, I think we were in the bar too long in the bar part of the, not the studio part of the summer dog days of summer. Anyways, I guess there was, and this happened in our home state of Michigan, right? And so we got.
It makes you proud.
Because we hire the best for our police officers. You're going to hear the news lady sort of introduce the segment, and then you're going to hear a 911 tape, and then you're going to hear how the news anchors sort of react in the studio after the soundbite. But this was apparently a police officer calling for 911, and it's no laughing matter.
What city was it?
Well, we'll hear, but
we will.
I think so.
Oh, all right.
Birmingham?
A councilman from Dearborn, Michigan is outraged over a 911 call. He wants to know why no charges have been filed against a police officer who admits to confiscating marijuana from suspects and then baking it in brownies. And once he and his wife were full and high, they thought they'd overdosed and called 911.
I think I'm having an overdose, and so is my wife.
Overdose of what?
Marijuana. I don't know if they had something in it. Can you please send rescue?
Do you guys have fever or anything?
No, I think we're dying.
Okay, how much did you guys have?
I don't know. We made brownies, and I think we're dead. Time is going by really, 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 really slow.
Well, instead of being charged, Prella, sorry. Instead of being charged, the police department let the officer resign. His wife was not charged either. So far, police officials have not commented on the case.
Time is going by really, really, really
when
slowly.
you're dead, as it does. and as Einstein would say, time is relative.
He jumped really quick from "I think we're dying, please
To,
send
"I'm
rescue"
dead."
to "We're dead."
And he should have said, "Never mind then."
Never.
Rescue's not needed. We need a coroner at this point.
The coroner, if you could send that.
You know how many people overdose from marijuana every year? I think it's 0.
Yeah, but okay. But how many think they are and call the police?
100%. Well, he did say he thought there might have been something in it.
Right,
There
because
could have been, I suppose,
because with his vast experience,
who knows
of marijuana?
He could have been.
Well, he's highly trained. Look, he's a trained police officer.
You have to respect that. They go through hours of training. Now, you know, and the pot could have been spiked, but it sounds like this wasn't their first pot party.
Yeah.
So he's got some really good stuff.
Okay, this is hilarious. The 911 call is hilarious. I don't blame the news anchors for laughing at
no,
this.
I don't either. Dispatch
it's hilarious.
is great,
The problem, over and over and over and over and over again, we see police officers breaking the law blatantly,
Right.
getting caught breaking the law, admitting to breaking the law, including beating up and killing people.
Right, and dogs.
And they,
they're the things.
at worst, are allowed to resign
Right.
with no charges.
Now, sometimes they're fired,
Oh,
but
sometimes
very
they are
rarely.
fired. Yeah.
Usually they're
I
suspended
mean,
with pay
and
until they get an investigation.
Sometimes they are brought up on murder charges. I mean, that does happen.
It certainly.
But more than it should.
Right.
I'm not saying it's the majority of the time. I'm saying more than it should. These guys just get away with things. Because, you know, they're not above the law, but they're exempt.
Well, they have that immunity. I was discussing that with somebody, and the courts have always upheld that police officers have to have this kind of immunity, because if they had to fear lawsuits and being responsible for their actions, like the rest of us, that they wouldn't do anything.
Oh,
And maybe
really?
more people would be alive for that. I don't know.
What
Certainly a lot more dogs would be alive. Oh, jeez. Cops, stop shooting dogs. If you're a police officer out there, please, if you're not shooting dogs, at least have your fellow officers not shoot dogs. Do you hear the latest?
I don't pay attention to it.
The guy was in a parking lot and shot a damn Labrador Retriever through the...
In a car, that's right.
In a car,
And said
through
it was
the window.
Said it was an aggressive pit bull.
It was in a pit bull
I
and
saw
was
that.
lunging at me.
It didn't look like a pit bull at all. I saw pictures.
Now, if this guy doesn't, get fired or reprimanded in some serious way, that's ridiculous.
Well, look,
Certainly
he
what'll
won't.
happen... No, listen, what'll happen is they'll be sued, and they'll settle for some amount, and the officer will have immunity because he acted, in a reasonable manner. Really?
Did he?
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
but that's
right.
what the courts, they always protect the
and
officers.
that's my point. It happens too often that there is an actual violation, and they just get away with it.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
My Parents Open Carry, a pro-gun kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Then with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's proflowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code POKE.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
150 million people suffer from headaches. All you want is for the pounding in your head to stop. Migralex stops the pounding. Migralex was developed by a neurologist and founder of the New York Headache Center.
I'm neurologist Dr. Alex Mauskop. After studying and researching the human brain for 25 years, I've developed Migralex, which eliminates pounding headaches. It works for my patients, and I'm so convinced it will work for you. I don't just guarantee it, I put my name on it.
Dr. Mauskop's Migralex gets rid of headaches fast without harsh caffeine, sodium, or preservatives.
Migralex works unbelievably fast, and it's gentle on my stomach.
Find out how to get your free bottle of Migralex. Call 800-559-7387. Plus, if you're one of the first 100 callers, you'll also receive the Migralex Quick Tips to Headache Relief absolutely free. That's 800-559-7387. Or go to migralexrelief.com. MIGRALEX relief.com. Or call 800-559-7387.
From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys.
I'm Nathan. This is the At Odd Show. Please listen.
It is the At Odd Show.
Well, since we already introduced ourselves,
and
I
we're
guess
glad you are listening.
Moving on, 248-455 odds. We're live Thursdays at 8 p.m. Brian didn't mention that because
we got carried away with other stuff.
Apparently, he's slacking on his job today.
Yeah, I'm whacked out on marijuana, man.
All right, we were talking about marijuana, so we might as well talk about illegal aliens.
Great segue. I'm not sure, but okay.
Well, I mean, how much do you think is coming across the border with them? In the children's
abdomens,
pockets,
abdomens,
backpacks,
bag bags,
or their Obama shoes. You see that?
No
pictures of the Yes We Can shoes. That
no,
at least one
really?
of them was wearing with Obama's face on there.
That's sad.
Yeah. They were issued to all Hondurans. Well, it was like you know how the theory anyway.
No, the hypothesis.
No, it's a theory that
it's not a
that
theory.
we send. You know, the Super Bowl, we print up shirts with both winning teams on it, and then we send the other ones.
I think that's true.
Well, these Obama Yes We Can shoes, I'm sure they got passed out to all the Honduran children.
Because he lost?
I don't know.
Because usually it's the losing teams that go
He's
there.
an idiot.
Yeah.
What he
Who is? Obama?
Yeah.
I don't know that you can say that.
I can.
Really?
You want me to rewind the tape?
An idiot?
I can prove it.
You know what an idiot is? I mean, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, but I said it.
That's like half of my family. You can't compare him to that. What? Anyways, what does Obama want?
No, he wants some money.
For what?
For the illegals that are flooding over here because of his actions.
No,
so we've been talking about this for a few months.
Wait a minute. These kids have been coming over in groups like this for several years. This just didn't happen.
Sure. So
okay.
So it's a thing that's been happening, but it's been very orchestrated. It's not like it's just some, I mean, the ocean has a tide. It's just always been happening, so don't even worry about it.
Back and forth, and ebb and flow.
It's orchestrated.
There's no ebb,
it's not.
unfortunately. It's
there's a huge flow. It's not a trickle or anything. It's a flow, and you know what stops a flow? A wall,
a seawall, great big seawall.
That will stop the flow. Anyway, well, first of all, his idea to fix the problem is to just legalize them all. Right, that's the best solution.
Right,
just a legalization bill. They're here. We need to make them legal. He wants something $4 billion or something ridiculous.
It's a lot of money
for these kids,
right?
To get them legal representation, for whether or not they can stay here, or
I thought
if they
he was
murder
just
somebody.
Or they sell drugs.
Or they get caught with that marijuana that was in their back bag,
and pillage and whatever, plunder.
Yeah, clothes, things like that. Games, Monopoly. They wanted to buy a Monopoly, which I thought was interesting.
A Monopoly, like Standard Oil, or the game.
I don't know.
Confusing, right?
I don't know. It would probably be a monopoly in the green energy sector. I would imagine. Yeah, I don't know. He wanted to give one of them Solyndra. The kid refused because they're not dumb.
I see in your notes here you got private helicopter for them.
Yeah, with gold-plated pilots is what I have in my notes.
I think
if you think that was real,
I think if you had gold-plated pilots, it would be hard for them to work the controls.
Well, gold's pretty malleable.
I don't know if it's that malleable. Plus, it's hard to breathe. Cover your breathing hole.
Yeah,
I hate that when that happens.
So the answer to the problem that's costing us way, way too much money is to spend more money on it and let them keep coming in.
Yeah,
and to make them legal, because they're talking. I think we talked last week about Vassar, Michigan, that their Wolverine Human Services is working with some. Well, we're not working with the federal government, but we're working with some company in Chicago to get like 120 illegals to be housed in Vassar.
But I thought it was like a private charity type thing or a church group. Or something.
It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they're working with
even Glenn Beck is sending millions of dollars worth of food,
whatever,
and stuff
for the kids.
Okay,
whatever. We're nice people. Great. Okay. We don't have anything here to worry about, do we? I mean, really?
No, but at least that is private dollars as opposed to government dollars.
What is you think that when Wolverine Human Services takes these children in Vassar, even though they're working with some private company in Chicago, that there's not going to be any tax money?
I don't
know. Think that this $4 billion is going to go to transport them to Vassar, clothe them, subsidies to Wolverine to feed them?
Why are you yelling
really?
at me?
But don't worry, because it'll create 115 new jobs. They've already hired a couple new people.
That's good.
They've already hired a couple new people.
Were they lawyers and gold-plated helicopter pilots?
Gold-plated. They're expensive. It's expensive to get a gold-plated helicopter pilot nowadays.
Especially if they're my size.
I remember
that's a
back
lot of gold.
You used to get them for a nickel. Not anymore.
No,
not anymore.
No, almost 2 bits.
It's
2 bits.
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, humanitarian. You say, you see some of these people are legitimately they need help. There's a lot of there's some gangbangers and there's some undesirables in that mix. But
what do you do?
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
Some of them need help. Okay, we have people here that need help. There are people waiting in line to get here legally that need help.
Well, I
so
agree.
the ones that
it's
rush across the border that they shouldn't. Do you know how you solve this problem? Is you don't let it happen in the first place. You close the border because we are a sovereign nation that does not have open borders by policy. You close the border and they don't end up here needing our help that we can't afford to give them. That's how you solve this. You don't get them here and then, I feel really bad. So instead of closing the border, let's take care of them and allow more to come over. Stop it now.
We've discussed this. I told you what you do. You start machine gunning them down, videotaping.
But when they're coming over in a Homeland Security bus,
it makes it. You kind of send it.
We can't shoot at our own people, can we? It's
a drone. We've done that.
It's a mixed message when you sign a bill that says if you're here, you can stay. And then you play a radio ad that says, don't come here, you can't stay. And then you say, the way we need to fix this problem is to let them all stay. That's a mixed message. I think that if you needed an example for the dictionary, that would be it for mixed message.
I agree.
You better.
I agree, because I'm really scared of you right now. You've hit me before. Don't hit me.
And there was a
oh boy,
there was a certain trying to be political about this. There was a certain senator from a certain state that has a certain city that I'm somewhat familiar with that may or may not end up housing a certain number of these illegals, who said, well, we don't know their criminal history. I mean, he was making the point that we don't want them here because we don't know who they are. Do they have diseases? Are they criminals?
Right.
Well, my point is, no, we do know enough about their criminal history. We know for a fact that they are felons.
At least of one crime.
Committed a felony. We know that for a fact, which means anyone else that commits a felony,
by definition,
they don't get to just wander around.
By definition, an illegal alien is a criminal.
That's why we shouldn't call them illegal, because that's mean. Because you're like calling them a name that kind of has a connotation that kind of says that they're a criminal.
Lawbreaker, ball buster. I mean, that's really what we should call them. What?
No, they're undocumented.
No.
If we could just give them documents.
They're criminals.
Was it Arizona that they ruled that they will have to give illegals driver's licenses because it's just not fair if you don't give them a driver's license, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because how will they get to work? Because they're taxpayers. Well, then next they have a driver's license, so voter ID, that's fine. They have a driver's license. It's a big old snowball in the middle of Arizona.
It's no easy answers there.
All right.
And another mess, and I'm just bringing this up because I don't want to talk about a lot.
What?
Well, we can.
It didn't
skip
make
that
any
then.
sense.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
We'll skip that. No.
We'll
talk about the Virginia Democrat.
Oh, I see.
Who is?
We'll skip the hard stuff to talk about.
Oh, we can talk about it.
No, I don't want to.
I just not that well informed on the issue. Other
That's
than
fine.
It's religious and its premise.
In the fact that Israel does a pretty good job of securing their borders. They don't have too many suicide bombings and things inside their country.
Well, they do have a few, but...
Yeah, they do. They do have a few. Everybody has a few.
Really?
Do we?
No, I don't.
I don't think Canada's...
I can't think of the last time we had
Canada's
a suicide
had any. Yeah, I don't
bomber.
think...
We've had some airplane bombers.
Yeah. Well,
not really bombs.
Right. Suicide airplaners.
They were gold-plated.
Just the pilots.
Just the pilots.
Never mind.
Virginia Democrat. Now, this guy is Mike Dickinson. He's a Democrat in Virginia. He's running against the Representative Eric Cantor, who's a Republican in Virginia. He's not even on the ballot. So he's just sort of in there, playing the game and mixing it up and doing all kinds of stuff. But I think this is disgusting. I don't know if you remember. I think we talked maybe last week. I'm not sure. But there's a
I don't think we did.
Kendall Jones, an attractive young woman who is a college student. She's a cheerleader for one of the college teams. I think it's Texas Tech. And she's from a fairly wealthy family, and she likes to hunt. And she went on an African safari, and she actually killed some animals, but she also did some what they call green hunts, where they actually tranquilize the animals. They tag them, collect biological data, and then release the animals. And one was a rhino. But she got to shoot the dart, so it's a hunt.
John McCain?
What?
Rhino?
They shot him in the ass, and he's been asleep for the last 25 years.
Playing poker.
I guess. I don't know. This rhino. Well, okay. This is a different rhino, I think. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Anyways, all the limbs on this rhino work. Ooh, too soon. 'Cause he has a bad hand because of.
Yeah, that's not really funny actually at all. But
okay,
I mean, the guy's a horrible person.
Too soon. All
But
right.
I think it's always too soon for that.
Even in 100 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay,
pretty sure.
All right. Thanks for letting me know. Anyways, so she tagged this rhino. She got to shoot it, so she pays a fee for that, and
a large fee.
The scientists get the benefit of collecting biological data that helps the research to protect the rhino and find more information about it. But anyways, there's a big hullabaloo, a kerfuffle of oh my God, it's horrible how this young beautiful woman can shoot all these animals. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, we hate this from the left and the tree huggers and the animal lovers. I love animals too. Some of them are delicious.
Some of them are.
I mean, I know that the rare white rhino, it tastes a lot like California condor.
Does it?
Yeah, if you fillet it
good.
and you saute it, very similar. Anyways, with this politician,
by the way,
what?
most of the people complaining about it, not vegetarians.
They've never eaten a condor.
No, so they
If
wouldn't even know how good it was.
they would be.
But
like,
the point is,
what?
Not vegetarians. I mean, I'm sure some of them are.
I see what you're saying.
But,
I suspect that a lot of them eat meat. And protein. Yeah,
and don't worry about what the farms
How that
and things
came about.
look like, but just get it at the supermarket where it's made.
All right. To make a really short story longer,
you're good at that.
I'm good at that. He is offered a $100,000 reward for any nude photos or videos of this girl. Now, she's 19 years old, right? And he's saying, oh, this is legitimate. I have $100,000 for anyone who has nude photos or videos of her because she deserves to be a target.
That's right. And it's legal because, she's old enough to kill animals.
And since she can kill animals and all that stuff, then I'm sure she has sent nude selfies to some guy out there that wants to make $100,000. Well, you and I were talking before the show. If I were her, I would have some tastefully done boudoir pictures done that weren't all gross and disgusting. Send them to him and said, "Hey, where's my $100,000, you dinkhead,
Mr. Dick Inson."
Mr. Dick Inson. I mean, what a jerk.
Yeah,
What a
I mean, really. So she kills animals for kicks. We expose her for kicks. It's ridiculous. This guy's an idiot. First of all, knowing what I do, which is very, very little, never met her, but knowing what I do about her upbringing, she probably doesn't actually have any nude photos that she's taken and sent to somebody. I mean, I just have that feeling.
Probably not, but
she might, and that's her right.
Playboy bunnies don't make $100,000 for a photo shoot.
No, she'd be doing pretty well.
Pay for her college, start her out in a business or whatever she wants to do.
What this guy's doing...
she wants to be a TV personality on hunting shows is what she wants to do.
I think that will work out for her.
$100,000 would work, yeah.
I have a feeling that will work out for her very well. What was I going to say? This guy, you said he's not even on the ballot.
No.
I think he's doing this obviously for the publicity. He's getting plenty of it here.
Absolutely.
Probably won't get any votes from our listeners. Mostly because we don't have any in Virginia.
Well, and mostly because he's not on the ballot.
Well, yeah,
So
but you could write him in. So I think he's hoping that some college kids really think this is a great idea, and write his name in and vote for him. They get out and vote.
I don't know
for
about
some
that.
Democrats, and
I think he comes across as a big old douche.
Oh, I think so too. But people are dumb.
A little
just in
creepy.
general.
A little creepy too.
I also think he probably just really wants the pictures.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I want to know where the $100,000 is coming from.
Oh, campaign donations.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going to take another quick break because Brian's over there crying that he needs a break.
Well, no, I mean...
My voice hurts. Facebook.com/@oddshow.
We're going to be talking about nude selfies when we come back.
We'll be right back.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Then with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99 with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's proflowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code POKE.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
No college degree and mid-career? Make the choice that can make a difference this year with an ITT Technical Institute near you. At ITT Tech, we offer programs of study in fields including information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, criminal justice, nursing, and the growing field of health sciences. And now, ITT Tech is helping reduce the cost of education with a new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. The scholarship can help lower your education costs dramatically. We've always believed pursuing an education is a sound investment. And now, with the ITT Tech Scholarship, education could be in your future. To find out more about the Opportunity Scholarship at ITT Tech for yourself, just call 800-771-0443. That's 800-771-0443. With the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Now, it's your turn. 800-771-0443. How are we doing? For more information about graduation rates, the median data of students who completed the program, please visit programinfo.itt-tech.edu.
At odds with the hosts. Sound off by calling 248-455-6337.
Thank you for listening to the At Odd Show with Nate and Brian.
All right, welcome back to the At Odd Show. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there. Brian, how you doing?
That was so nice.
Hey, I found this article on the break, and I was upset because the headline made it sound like this guy's Shih Tzu.
Be careful. We can't say that.
Shih Tzu'd on the neighbor's driveway.
The Shih Tzu, it pooped.
It pooped on the neighbor's driveway. Apparently, he's a notable American Indian artist. I'm not real big into the American Indian art, so I don't know the guy. He's a big guy, big Indian. He drove over there.
All right. Okay.
Was that what?
I don't know. Me, big Indian. Yeah, the guy's
No,
a big
that's
guy. He's like 6'2",
It's
220
important.
pounds.
It's important to the story. Okay, stop it. I want to give the facts. That's what we do. We give the facts.
He's 220. His dog is like 4.
Yeah. And I don't know anybody that would be fairly large and have a really little dog. That's ridiculous.
And he's not gay or anything. I don't know.
What grown man would have a small dog that doesn't weigh at least 20 pounds? Or 2 of them?
You have 2.
I do. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of sad.
And you're
all right.
Heterosexual.
No. Okay, so the dog poops in the driveway. Anyway, what I thought from the headline was that the police showed up, pointed a gun at the Shih Tzu. Turns out, not a big deal. We don't even have to talk about it. They showed up and pointed the gun at the guy, not the dog. So,
well, you're okay with that.
We can just move on.
As long as it wasn't the dog.
Shouldn't have been standing there. Now, apparently, the homeowner thought he was a burglar and was so terrified.
He was so scared of this guy.
So scared of this big guy that they called 911 first, frantically.
Right.
Thought he was a robber. Went out of their house because they're so scared, moved their car to block him in so he couldn't leave because they were so scared.
And how could they not know it wasn't their neighbor?
Maybe it wasn't the neighbor, but I'm guessing.
Oh, I thought it was a neighbor.
How the dude's Shih Tzu got? Yeah, but it was able to Shih Tzu in their driveway,
could
so
be
I
a couple
assume he
blocks
lived
away.
close.
You don't know. Okay, you made an assumption.
Yeah, of course I made an assumption. It probably said it
me.
in the article, but I didn't actually read it. I just looked at the pictures, and this is what I gleaned from the pictures. Police showed up because it was a high danger, high felony priority thingy.
Right.
And
priority 1.
So they have to come with their rifle and point it at people and order them to the ground instead of finding out what's going on. But dog's fine. All right, you wanted
certainly regular.
You wanted to you wanted to talk about
erection results. We have some erection results from Prince William County, Virginia. Why does stuff happen in Virginia? It's a great state.
Prince William. I mean, that tells you a little something.
Prince William. Apparently, there's a 17-year-old kid. I'm going to call him a kid.
Well,
and he's got a girlfriend. He's got a 15-year-old girlfriend. All right,
okay.
So what? I mean, it's not that bad. And the girlfriend, as kids will do nowadays with, media, electronic stuff, was all, we didn't have that stuff when I was a kid. No electronic stuff, nothing. You lived in a cave and you liked it.
And you didn't actually even talk to girls.
No.
So it's not, your life hasn't changed much.
No, you just beat them over the head and drag them into the cave. Back. We did, pictures on the wall of the cave. That's how old I go back. Anyways,
and the tribal police or whatever the hell you would call it, they came and they wanted to carve another picture for evidence.
Right. Well, and they would have a cave artist that would depict your picture and put it into their files in another cave.
That's right.
So you were
all right.
a repeat offender.
17's got a 15-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, 15-year-old sends some pictures of herself, kind of naked and provocative and stuff, and he thought that was cute. So he sent a picture of himself to her in an aroused state.
Sure.
So somehow, I don't know exactly how the police got involved, but somehow the authorities got involved, right?
Probably the girl's parents decided to get mad at him one day.
Maybe
that's what happens.
Yeah,
all
so
the
much
time.
You're not going to go out with that.
We're fine with it for 3 years, and then
right
now, no, we're not okay with it today. So,
however, the authorities found out. They found out, and so they take the kid, the 17-year-old kid, and they put him into a separate room inside the police station, and they're questioning and stuff, and they said, oh, by the way, we want to take some naked pictures of your male genitalia. He goes, I don't want you to do that.
No?
Oh, we're going to make you do it. I don't want to do it.
No?
So they kept working on him, so to speak. And they forced themselves on him.
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. And they take some pictures of him, but he's sort of in a relaxed state. Not exactly.
Not like the picture, so you can't
Not
tell.
like the picture, so you can't tell. So here is the idiocy, I don't know.
Wait, we haven't gotten to it yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
You sure?
I'm positive. It gets
right.
much worse. But this is what our country is coming to. They say that we're not sure that is your male member in the pictures that you sent to this girl, even though I think he said, yeah, those are my pictures.
Right. But,
because he's in a relaxed state and he's more in an excited state.
Yeah, and you can't. You just can't tell. It's like a fingerprint.
Right. They're unique.
Sort of.
And everywhere. They're sort of unique. Is my grandmother's aunt, Maudie, who used to be a friend of the family, was a prostitute. She says, you seen one, you seen them all. Now, the thing is, apparently you haven't. So they said, what we really need to do is we need to get some pictures of this young boy's genitalia in an excited state. All right? How are we going to do that? Well, I mean, when I was 17 years old, all you had to do was kind of blow warm air across it.
Yeah.
It was excited.
Right.
Yep.
But Yep.
They go to a local magistrate and said, we want to take this boy to the hospital where we are going to inject into his body a stimula that will make his male genitalia become excited.
Because we need the pictures for evidence, because
we have to compare the pictures, because we're not sure this is his male genitalia as opposed to the other. And the local magistrate signed the warrant.
Yeah, signed off on it.
That is what is so disturbing. Are you kidding me? Now, having said all that, what is the crime here? If this kid, the 17-year-old kid, is convicted, he is a sex offender.
Yeah, well, if he would have been 16 or if she would have been 16, probably would be fine. But he's almost an adult.
The thing is,
and she's not almost an adult.
Can we go back
2 years?
Can we go back and do some common law type of philosophy with law that unless there's no harm, there's no crime?
You mean unless there is harm?
If there's no harm, there's no crime.
Right.
Did I say that?
No.
No, okay. That's what I meant.
I know.
Listen, if she was participating and he was participating, what is the problem?
Yeah, she's definitely old enough.
Now, some people will say, oh, well, he's influencing her.
No,
he's
she's 15. She's old enough to make these decisions. If she isn't, and for some reason she's old enough, but if she isn't capable, then her parents need to maybe keep a better eye on her.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was any harm in this case. And he's going to be in trouble for being with somebody younger than him. And the police are trying to make something that anybody else would go to prison for child pornography for.
Right.
They're wanting to make it for evidence.
We need to make some pictures of this kid's junk.
So what would
excited?
What would be funny, sort of, is if they did it and there were other police standing outside waiting to arrest the officers that did it.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case.
No, that's not going to happen. Of course it isn't. How could you be a police officer and do this?
Yeah,
we all have choices, right? We talk about that all the time. When this is your task, you get to work and you see your to-do list, and it's take picture of teenager. Nope. Sorry, you're going to have to give that to Jones.
I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, we're going to have to find someone else, or maybe how about Chief?
But I wonder how many
this isn't right.
These cops are like going just drooling, watering at the mouth, like, yeah, let's do this. Man, we're going to make this kid do this.
Well, yeah, not because they want
You'll
the
respect
pictures,
my
but
authority.
yeah, exactly. It's an authority thing. They think they're doing the right thing because they're just protecting a child.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
About 30 seconds. What do you got?
Well, real quick, we can do 30 seconds. House Republicans have called to spend $3.3 million on a select committee for investigating Benghazi, and they want to help, what's his face, Gowdy?
Trey Gowdy, yeah. I'm not happy about the money being spent.
No.
But I am happy about the investigation continuing, and hopefully
if they get the funding and
getting
they
deeper.
can do it. Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back.
All right.
Red State Talk Radio, WRS Digital, Cleveland, Tennessee.
Are you frustrated with your current job? Not making the type of money that you know you are worth? Is it time for a change? Start earning money working from home with Autopilot Marketing. Go to income10.com now. That's income, the number 10.com. Take our free video tour today and start earning money as early as next week. Go to income10.com. That's income, the number 10.com.
Red State Talk Radio. Real radio for real Americans.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-400-1756 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-400-1756 to take your call now. Call 800-400-1756. That's 800-400-1756. Again, 800-400-1756.
Red State Talk Radio. The Talk Monster.
Red State Talk Radio is proud to have Kinetic D as our backup cloud solution. Kinetic D has redundant servers in both the U.S. and Canada, and they have the remarkable reputation of never having lost a client file. Why back up to the cloud? It's a turnkey solution. Set it and forget it. It's $3.95 per month for PC or Mac, $6.95 for servers. The storage of your data is only 50 cents per gigabyte. Best of all, there's a 14-day trial. Let's face it, with Kinetic D as your cloud backup partner, you cannot go wrong. Simply visit Red State Talk Radio and click on the Kinetic D link.
Red State Talk Radio.
The Talk Monster.
Hi, this is Primo Mondoni, General Manager for Red State Talk Radio. We're now entering our 5th year bringing you the very best in grassroots, common-sense, conservative talk radio. Internet radio is a tough, competitive business, and I've come to realize that the station is going to advance that next level. It's going to require a significant increase in investments in both personnel and infrastructure. Up until now, commercial advertising has paid the freight, and while it's been enough to keep the doors open, it doesn't leave room for much else. That's why we're asking our listeners to consider making a donation to help us reach our goals. Monthly subscriptions begin at only $2 per month. All subscribers receive a free RedStateTalkRadio.com email account. All $4 per month subscribers and all one-time donations of $50 or more will also receive a free Red State Talk Radio t-shirt. I've run the numbers, and if only 10% of our listeners were paid subscribers, we'd be in a much better position for the expansion needed for 2014 and 2015. So please, consider supporting Red State Talk Radio today.
Red State Talk Radio is All-American Talk Radio.
If you're diabetic, this message could change your life. Is your blood sugar out of control even when you do all the right stuff? Are you afraid of diabetic blindness and the risk of amputation, as well as all those other side effects? Well, you should be. Is there anything that could help manage your blood sugar? Nobetes is a natural supplement that may quickly and dramatically lower your blood sugar.
My name is Bob Corder. I've been using Nobetes for about 3.5 to 4 months now, and in the first 3 months, I've actually lowered my blood sugars from 500s down to 139, and then it dropped to 88 to 90. 93.
My name is Kirsten. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and while taking no BDs, my blood sugar levels dropped from 295 to 115 in just one day.
The FDA hasn't evaluated these statements, and Nobides isn't intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But for many, it's helped drop their blood sugar. So if you've been evaluated with high blood sugar, don't delay. Evaluate Nobides now. Call 800-554-7159 and get 2 bottles free. Just cover shipping and handling. Call 800-554-7159. That's 800-554-7159.
The Big Red Talk Monster. Red State Talk Radio.
And welcome back to At Odds. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there.
Howdy ho.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
That's all.
What?
I lost it.
Good.
Okay, go ahead. You're up. You're so much better at the talking thing than me.
Me talk good, strong talk, man.
That was pretty good.
Let's see, where was this? I can't remember where it was at.
What was that?
That's great. The police chief in uniform told to leave gun outside IKEA, right?
Yep.
He was working the 4th of July parade. He had to go into IKEA for something or another. Oh, he was going to pick
his
something
wife
up
asked
for
him to pick something
for his daughter's new apartment, right?
Uh-huh.
And he said that's when a loss prevention officer, security guard, approached him and said, "Hey, we've got a no firearms policy, and you're either going to have to leave or you can lock your gun up in the car."
Oh,
and the cop went like, "What?
Wait, you mean you're treating me like every other
How dare you?
civilian that walks in here?
How dare you, young man or woman? It isn't the most prudent thing to do to walk around the store in uniform with an empty holster," said the chief. "And I'm not going to lock my gun in a commercial parking lot." Really? Like everyone else does?
Yeah.
With
So,
people watching me put it there,
you
that's
know what?
just ludicrous.
I completely agree with that statement. 100% agree with that statement that neither of those options are good options. So you know what you do? You don't go shop at IKEA.
Right.
Is you go shop somewhere else. Even though you're a police officer.
Like Target?
Even though you're a police officer and you think that policies and laws and procedures shouldn't apply to you for some reason.
Immunity.
It turns out that some of them do. And if you don't agree with the policy at a private business,
take your business elsewhere.
Go somewhere else.
That's not what happened.
Of course it's not what happened.
IKEA said, "We regret to say there was a misunderstanding and the weapons policy doesn't apply to police officers because they're special."
Yeah, and no police officer has ever, well, first of all, just shot somebody, or second of all, had a negligent discharge.
I'm not sure that either one of those are true.
That's not true?
I don't think so.
But they're highly trained professionals.
I'm not so sure.
Well, that's weird.
And there we are. Yeah, he got a taste of what it's like to be a regular.
Yeah, and I'm not
person,
I'm not saying that he's going around making these policies at these stores. But
no,
come on.
But he wants special privileges,
and he gets special privileges. So I mean, who do you have to blame for that other than IKEA? Right? I mean, really, he expects it because it really is the way it is in almost every case. Every time something like this happens, it seems like it might have happened in a Denny's or something at one point.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
They apologize and say,
Mr.
sorry,
we bow
the
down
guy
to
that
you."
read our policy forgot that it says, well, it doesn't say, but he should have known.
Yeah.
He should have known.
Police are special.
And why? It's because if you make the police mad and the police aren't in your store, they're not going to help protect it. Not that they will anyway.
They screw with you.
But they're not going to be there.
Right.
You think they're going to respond as quickly when if he wasn't allowed to go in there, and I don't know the man, so I shouldn't say this about him, but just in general, humans, he's not allowed to go in there. Then he's down the street and he gets a call that somebody's breaking into IKEA.
Right. Is he going to rush down there?
And he may, but what is his gut reaction going to be? Those jerks at IKEA wouldn't let me go in there. Serves them right.
Right.
I mean, that's how I feel when I see, Starbucks robbed. Right. I feel bad for the employees and everyone else in there, but
not for the company.
What do you think?
Yeah.
And the people that were assaulted at Target.
You live and die by your
What
decisions.
do you think?
I agree. People make politically correct, stupid decisions all the time that, just don't work out very well. This is old news, but M&M.
This is really old news.
They have a promotion called My M&M, right, where you can buy so many customized M&M orders that contain certain
put your
phrases,
logo on it or whatever,
or your wedding. You know, Bill and John.
It has to be small though.
Did you get that, Bill and John?
Yeah, it has to be. M&M. What is it? Mars Corporation or something?
Yeah,
definitely would make Bill and John.
Oh, I think so.
M&Ms.
Yeah. When I look at my M&Ms, half of them are printed wrong because it says M&Ms, and the other half are W&W.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
It's weird,
but they all taste the same.
They're delicious, except for the gray ones.
You don't like the gray ones?
No, that's a Family Guy thing.
I don't. What's Family Guy?
Well, Brian's a dog, and he's colorblind, and so he asked for no gray M&Ms,
and he got all gray M&Ms?
Well, yeah, what's all these gray M&Ms here? That's all he sees. But the thing is...
It's hilarious.
M&M said there was a...
How do you know dogs are colorblind, by the way?
They don't have the rods.
Come on. Oh, okay.
Or the cones
and the way that humans see is the only possible way for any living thing ever to be able to see.
I think we can make that assumption.
Yeah, sure. Let's make that assumption.
Knife advocacy, a pro-knife group wanted to get knife put on their M&Ms for their business, and they said, "Oh no, that's not keeping with the fun, celebratory nature."
They have a very
brand.
clever name: A Sharper Future.
Cool.
Knife rights, rewriting knife laws in America.
Well, they said no, but then if you look, Boy Scouts use them, Girl Scouts use them. In fact, every single family in America has knives in the home, right?
Okay, so yeah, M&M said no, we will not let you put your logo on an M&M because
the word knife.
It's not keeping with. It's not keeping with our brand. It's not keeping with family and fun celebratory messages, which are what we want.
Because Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts are not fun.
It doesn't say anything about Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. What are you talking about?
It does. They use knives.
They wanted their logo on there that included the word knife, and they didn't think that knife was.
And I'm giving you an example of where
of people that use knives. Knives are American. They're as American as M&Ms. I get it.
More American.
I don't know about that.
Boy Scouts
M&Ms
probably
started
been
in
around.
Canada. That's pretty American.
No, it isn't. They started with Mars.
It doesn't matter. But
okay, 1910. Boy Scouts been around.
The point is, the real problem is this guy said, "Well, fine." He called him up and wanted an email saying, "Will you give me an official notice that you're canceling my order?" Because not that they said you can't order this. He had an order placed, and they canceled the order. He wanted an email confirming that they were canceling his order.
An official
email. They did eventually send him an email that said, basically, "We're sorry to hear that you are canceling your order."
Right.
So it's like, And then I think they probably denied that email was ever sent and blah, blah, blah. So M&Ms are delicious.
I'm still going to eat them.
I will still eat M&Ms.
But
because they're tasty. I'll just chew them a little extra hard just to show them who's boss.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut each one with a knife into two.
Ooh, and then you would have twice as many M&Ms.
Exactly.
That's a good idea. That is a good idea.
Let's say your backyard, for whatever reason, you had a campfire and your fireworks or something, and your backyard caught on fire.
Yep.
And you took your hose and you started squirting the fire. What?
I am not trained and certified in putting out backyard fires.
That is a point.
I would not even attempt that. It would be irresponsible of me to try to put the fire out on my own. I would, much like if somebody broke into my house, I would walk away. I would hide. I would call the authorities.
Ask them to leave.
I would ask them to leave. I would ask the fire, please stop. If someone came in my house, I would ask them to leave. Right. If they didn't, I would call the authorities.
I'm not qualified to deal with you.
I would call the authorities, and
who are professionals.
Yeah, and I would wait for them. That's the only responsible thing to do.
Right. Well, it's funny, but Santaquin, Utah, apparently a man was arrested for disorderly conduct and obstructing justice when he refused to stop spraying
fires are people too, you know.
Water on a brush fire that had ignited, apparently, in a field behind his house during the 4th of July. Some errant brush caught fire, right?
Errant brush?
So just out there. There was this brush that's just willy-nilly.
It wasn't that errant firework.
No. Well, it was errant firework that hit some errant brush.
Okay.
When that's a catastrophe.
So much errancy.
Some of the spectators there, they called 911. They said, call the fire department. We got a fire going on. Well, some of the people that were there, including the guy whose house it was behind, grabbed some friends and a few neighbors, and they got their hoses out, and they were fighting the fire.
Makes sense.
Right? And then all of a sudden they hear, "Stop! Stop!" And apparently the guy said something like, "Oh, go screw yourself. I'm not stopping. There's a fire here." "I'm going to say stop again." And the guy says, "No, I'm manning this fire, and I'm going to be working this fire until the fire department gets here." Well, apparently the guy that said stop was a police officer for the Santaquin Police Department. And he arrests this guy, puts him in handcuffs, and disorderly conduct, and those are the
wrote him
catch-all
citations
crap
for
stuff.
him. Yeah,
They arrest him. These are misdemeanor charges.
You really didn't probably do anything wrong, but we have this
Right.
all other
or contempt
citation
contempt
thing.
of cop is always disorderly conduct. Well, you were talking about professional, right?
I was
professional firefighter or whatever. Turns
this
out
guy obviously didn't know what he was doing. He's had no training, and he was spraying a hose in an area that it was not safe to just discharge a hose.
Perhaps. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe there was some kind of water rationing going on and they couldn't use it for it. No, apparently this guy is actually a first responder and an incident command guy that's had training and all of that. And one of the neighbors who is helping him fight the fire was a Santaquin firefighter. So these are two guys that are professional firefighters.
They know what they're doing.
The guy who got arrested says something like, "If I'm obstructing justice, protecting my home and many others in the community, that's crazy."
Mm-hmm.
And it really is.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect the charges will be dismissed.
I hope so. Let's take one more quick break. We'll be back. Wrap up the show. Facebook.com/@oddshow, @oddshow.com.
Red State Talk Radio.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
No college degree and mid-career? Make the choice that can make a difference this year with an ITT Technical Institute near you. At ITT Tech, we offer programs of study in fields including information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, criminal justice, nursing, and the growing field of health sciences. And now, ITT Tech is helping reduce the cost of education with a new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. The scholarship can help lower your education costs dramatically. We've always believed pursuing an education is a sound investment. investment. And now, with the ITT Tech Scholarship, education could be in your future. To find out more about the Opportunity Scholarship at ITT Tech for yourself, just call 800-771-0443. That's 800-771-0443 with the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Now, it's your turn. 800-771-0443. How are we doing? For more information about graduation rates, the median data of students who completed the program, please visit programinfo.itt-tech.edu.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Done with a spectacular flower arrangement from proflowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And proflowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99 with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's proflowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code POKE.
It's a bumpy ride through the political jungle with Nate and Brian.
Well, that was abrupt.
And welcome back to the Ad Out Show. I'm Nate, you're Brian.
I am Brian.
It's not abrupt to
Thanks for listening.
People who aren't you. Someday
that was abrupt.
Someday we'll sit down and I'll try to explain to you how these things work.
I doubt that'll happen.
No, I already have tried to explain them to you. What you doubt will happen, and you're correct, is that you'll comprehend what I'm saying. And, more importantly, remember it next week.
I like chocolate.
Yep. We need some M&Ms. I don't know why I'm craving M&Ms.
I really want some M&Ms, even with peanuts. Although I do like Reese's Pieces.
I love peanut butter. I'm not a big fan of peanut butter.
Oh, I love peanut butter.
Well, you evolved from dogs, so that makes sense.
No, no.
Right, you didn't evolve at all.
If I evolved from some kind of plant that was similar to a peanut, I could understand that. But I don't know where a dog comes from.
There's one.
Well, I know I got a dog on my lappy right now.
All right, so when you were young, try to remember.
Yeah. It's a long time ago.
You never wandered around town on your own, did you?
Oh, Lord. Miles away.
I mean, you never. You were never outside of your living room ever by yourself, were you?
No, I remember wandering miles and miles away from my house.
Yeah, riding your bike and walking around by yourself with friends.
Riding the bike, going fishing, all kinds of stuff.
You know, I did too. I don't know
going downtown.
When I was 8, and the reason I say 8, I don't know how much I wandered. I don't really remember when I was 8 years old, but I'm sure I was around town.
Well, you're repressing
at
those
some
memories.
point. I doubt it. Not intentionally anyway, because they were probably pretty good. But this guy, there was an 8-year-old apparently going to church, decided to skip church because they're 8.
Right.
And
and it's church.
Why?
Pretty boring for an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
No, I know. Anyway, they wandered into this 8-year-old wandered around town.
Yeah.
Went half a mile to a Dollar General store.
Right. Wanted to buy some candy or something.
This woman, who I unfortunately know way too many of these sorts of busybodies,
these are busybodies,
saw an 8-year-old who I don't see any mention of the 8-year-old causing trouble. He may have been, but I don't think so. Decided to call the police because she thinks it's her business. What everybody else does.
There's this 8-year-old. I mean, watch any Andy Griffith show where Opie's walking up and down the streets, at 5.
Yeah, but he was good friends with a cop, so
doesn't matter. He was still out and about. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was TV. This is the real world, and this is Dollar
television
General.
reflects, unfortunately, our society.
Yeah. Well, anyway, she calls the police, saying there's this 8-year-old.
Dear. What's going to happen?
You need to do something. The police arrest the kid's father charge him with child endangerment.
Yeah, unattended minor.
Unattended minor, which maybe
boy.
Ohio. This was Blanchester, Ohio. Maybe they have some
I doubt
law
it.
in
I know, it's
Ohio
ridiculous.
that mandates when the parents decide that a child is old enough to, live and have freedom. But if you ask me,
Remember when America was a nice place to live?
when a parent
grow up
could make
and
their own
raise
decision.
their
Now, granted,
children.
he didn't make this decision. I don't know if he dropped the kid
boy.
off at church or the kid walked to church.
Yeah, but
how the kid left church without
that's-
his father knowing.
That's between the father and the son.
I think so. If the son
Right?
had been stealing things from Dollar General, let's deal with that issue.
Yeah.
That's a different issue. And then, yes, the father's liable for that.
But the fact that the kid's out being a kid, I just remember some of the stuff we did as 8, 9, and 10-year-olds is just incredible.
If somebody had called the police, maybe you would have turned out differently.
Yeah, if I were an 8-year-old today, I'd have been shot by the police.
Yeah.
I guarantee
yeah, that's actually because you were probably out playing with toy guns.
Yes.
Or real guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You probably wouldn't have shot at the police.
I would have been
with them.
walking down the street.
Yeah.
That's
or
a good reason to be
sitting
shot.
in the back of a car barking.
I still do that. I still bark in the back of the
that's
car.
horrible.
No, I mean,
so
it's ridiculous. That's the nanny state. That's the, we're going to make a crime out of nothing. I don't even know how to react
Again,
to that.
was
It's just
there any
disgusting.
harm?
No harm done.
Fine.
Oh, it's the potential.
Drive the kid
Oh, my
home.
goodness.
I mean, don't.
Right.
But
Or
if
you
you're
could
going to
ask the
do
kid,
anything,
who's your dad and where do
yeah,
you live?
go home.
Yeah, and take him there, or call the
Maybe.
father up and
Yeah.
say, hey,
your kid's here.
Your kid's here.
Is that okay
I'll be
with
down-
you?
Yeah, I'll be down.
Oh,
and,
okay.
pick him up. Thanks,
Yeah.
officer. That's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Now they got to freaking arrest everybody for every freaking thing. I hate this country in the regard that we have the highest incarceration rate of almost
Okay, so
any
how,
developed country in the world.
okay.
It's just disgusting.
What do you mean rate? You mean the highest number of people incarcerated, right?
I guess.
Not necessarily the rate. And then let's take into
Well, maybe not
account
the rate.
Let's take into account the number, the rate, or the percentage of the people incarcerated that are in fact illegals. And then we can talk about that number. I haven't done that math, and maybe it's still true, but you can't forget about that because I think it's something like a third of prison population
is illegal immigrants.
Yes.
I don't know that that's true.
I mean, you need to look at the data, and that I guess that's kind of the point I'm making.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, because we usually just let them run around.
No, because we usually make up stuff. I don't think it's a third.
All right, you wanted to talk about this girl that got tasered. We've got about 3 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently,
So go ahead.
Ozark, Arkansas, right? The mothers have a problem with the.
I mean, that tells you something right there, doesn't it?
Yeah, her 10-year-old kid, right? Misbehaving,
Ozark.
unruly, and she's refusing to take a shower.
I've never in my life seen a 10-year-old girl that gave trouble when their parents told them to go take a shower.
Right.
I've never seen
Or
that.
go do anything.
So
Like go to bed, go pick up your room,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Get out of the shower, which is the opposite of take a shower. Never seen those problems.
So apparently the mama was like, I can't handle this child, and she won't take no shower, so I'm going to call the officer. And
Oh, yeah, by the way, don't call the police on your own kids.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't end up
doesn't
end well.
Yeah.
I know one of those busybody women that used to do that. Her son didn't listen, so she called the police.
Yeah.
She would call the police because she was friends with them because she knew everybody. Call the cops on her own son, and that's
Yeah, and sometimes the police
that'll make him
shoot
love
your
you.
kid. Anyways, this woman apparently gave permission to the officer to taser her. She's 10 years old, right?
Yeah, does that matter? Well, does it matter that the mom gave permission? Again, we have choices.
Right. And
does it matter?
The police officer should have said, listen, lady, I'm not going to tase a 10-year-old kid.
And
'cause
listen,
they're-
lady, this is your issue to deal with.
Right.
It's your damn kid. Deal with it.
So this is what I love. When the officer arrived, the girl was curled up on the floor, screaming and resisting as her mother tried to get her to the shower before bed. I've been there, right? Her mother told me to take her if I needed to. I don't know what that means.
Take her with him.
Oh, okay.
Keep reading. You pasted this in here.
Oh, okay. The officer wrote that in his report. The father, who's divorced and wasn't there at the time, says, if you can't pick the kid up and take her to your car, handcuff her, then I don't think you need to be an officer. I think that's kind of true.
I don't think that is true.
His excuse was, I didn't want to hurt the girl, so I hurt her.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I didn't want to hurt her, so I did something that had no option other than hurting her.
And put 50,000 volts of electricity through her
yeah,
little body.
Something that may actually kill her. Now, I think that this dude is wrong in the fact that the cop shouldn't have picked her up and taken her to the car either.
No, I agree with that. No way she'd have been taken. What do you do with it? Well, anyways. Stupid people.
Both the parents and the police officer in that case. Yeah. Or the mom, at least. But we are out of time. AdOddShow.com, Facebook.com/AdOddShow. See you next week.
All right, bye-bye.